Good morning. If you want to see how we built this nice little folding shop stool, stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning and welcome to another Memphis Monday. Today we're going to build us a shop stool. What happened is I had that old prototype shop stool I used for about a year. And then I was fooling around with it, trying to make some prototype changes on it, and I broke it. So today we're just going to short circuit the whole thing and get in there and try to build us a new one. So get your coffee and relax, and let's take about 15 minutes and build us a new shop stool. It's really broken. I'm going to have to fix the prototype before we even start building the real deal. This whole leg here is broken and missing. Whatever I was using to hold it up is missing. So let me go ahead and fix this prototype and figure out how we're going to make this thing function. And one thing I'm curious about is why I put these notches in here. See those notches? Boy, are they ugly. I'm going to put this thing together and try to figure out why I put those in there, so see if we can figure out a way to take them out. I put our little glider rocker on dolly so I can push it around the shop, and we're gonna have to, I'll keep doing this till I get this thing delivered. I've had this prototype apart so many times. The board is, the parts are actually weakened by the screw holes in there. Let me get this glass brace on here and we'll be able to see how this thing works. What I'm installing here are the little cleats that stop the thing from opening up and kind of rest on them. Well, I figured out why I put these goofy notches in here. Let me show you. When I want to fold this thing down, I put those notches in there so that I could get the legs through. So I collapse this thing down flat. Otherwise the legs get in the way. But I'm going to try a different plan. What I'm going to try is on the notch here I have for the frame, I'm going to make this notch deeper and not even have this notch and see if that works. Let me take this off and make that modification. Well, I don't like that plan either. I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to move these two, the back of the chair, I'm going to try to move it to the outside of these back legs. Move these over here. That'll give me a wider space to put my bottom in. I'll take it apart and make that modification and see if that works. This is what I like about making prototypes. You don't have to, they don't have to look good. And if you see something you don't like, you just tear it apart and start over. It doesn't take very long. And you end up getting what you want. And making this change, I'm gonna have to take the whole thing apart. Well, I think I'm close on this prototype. I'm going to get rid of this funky looking seat here. Just going to have a straight seat that'll fold up in there. It's on an axle, and then the legs fold up like this. Then this is just about as flat as it'll get. If I try to get it any flatter, it gets more and more Rube Goldberg. We'll make this thing out of this red oak here. We'll shine it up real nice and we'll go into full show-off mode. So what I'm going to do here is take this, take the prototype apart, because I want to use these parts as templates for a new one. Okay, basic chair is tore apart, and the theory is all I got to do is take these, copy these parts in some good wood that doesn't have 1,000 holes in it. Those legs cut out. I'm making a special effort to make sure these legs, the front legs and the back legs, are identical. And now I'm putting the holes through. This will hold, this particular hole here will be for the axle. Well, you almost caught me goofing up there. I didn't have this thing clamped down. And this is the hole that when the legs cross, and I put a bolt in there. I got the back slats done. I'll show you how to make these in several videos. I think the last time we made them was when we did the ladder chairs. I got the legs kind of mocked up here. The legs aren't finished. They need to be, you know, sanded and smoothed out and all that business. But before I put the braces and all that stuff on there, I need to make the seat to make sure we get the seat the correct position. I'm putting this bearing race in here. What you just saw me doing was carving the seat there. And the takeaway with carving that seat is that it's not too hard. You don't even need an angle grinder. You can just use, you saw me using the just the electric drill with one of those, you know, one of those stick-on pads. I don't usually give my famous 10,000 year guarantee on oak because it's real strong in you in this direction, with the grain, but across the grain, it will crack and split. But in this application, with this cleat across here, that's going to reinforce its tendency to split, and then of course long grain, nothing will break it. Well, I got that seat mocked in. Now I just want to level that seat, and that will set the angle I want those legs. So what I have are these cleats laid down on the table for the legs to spring out on. And I just, my main concern is I got to make sure that they are exactly parallel, otherwise the chair will be cattywampus. Okay, I'm just going to move it just a little bit. Now I'm at this side 19 3/8. Making a special effort to keep everything square. What I do is I put that seat between the uprights here, and that'll keep those legs plumb. And these two legs here have to be exactly 14 inches. So I cut my brace exactly 14. I'm putting them together with these coated deck screws. Now I got those bottom braces. Now I got to put these top braces in. And the thing I got to do here is I got to put the an angle on the brace so that it meets up with the legs. Let me show you how I got that angle. To get that angle, I just took a piece of remnant and cut it on the chop saw until it exactly met that angle right there. Now I know the angle is 31 degrees, and that's what I set my saw at, but just to double check, I can take this witness board and hold it against the saw blade and make sure it's double check it. Well, we got it all standing up like a chair now. Our seat works real good. Now we have to install our back slats. And of course, this is the pin I'm using to keep the axle on. See how the thing collapses. This goes like this. Legs collapse like this. And that's as far as she collapses. All right, let's sit in it. Nice and high, just what I want. Oh yeah, this is dandy. I'm going to stain this thing with a color called English Chestnut. I already stained this up here with this golden oak, but I don't like it. So I'm going to stain over it. Okay, I put the stain on. I let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to wipe it off. I don't want it to be too dark. But I really like this color. Well, here's our little shop stool from Memphis Monday, 221. I really like the way the English chestnut turned out. Got the carved front seat. A proven design. We evolved over about 2 years of prototyping until I broke the prototype. Simple, functional, and I think probably bulletproof. Well, that does it for another Memphis Monday 221, our 13th video of year 5. Today we built this nice little camp slash shop stool. Actually, I plan on using it in the shop. We carved the seat. It's got an oak seat. The rest of it's made from hard maple. We based it off an old prototype we used. You can probably remember it from, it goes back about 1.5 to 2 years. A prototype we built 2 years ago that we kept perfecting. And I think in its final form here, this thing is going to be really useful. Okay, so can't think of anything else. I remember, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.